So 10 years ago, we had under 200 murders. In the past couple of years, we've had over 500 murders. I'm just curious, do you think we can get down below 200 again, and how fast, and what's your plan to do that?
I don't know how long it will take us and how many we can get down to. What I will tell you is that if we adopt the vision, and I am able to implement that vision as mayor of this city to make us the safest, cleanest, greenest big city in the nation with economic opportunity for all, we can do it. Also understanding that there should and will, under Parker administration, be zero tolerance for any misuse and or abuse of authority. This was an issue that came up quite frequently when people heard me talk about the police department employing the use of what are called Terry stops. And we say Terry stops because it's much more salacious to talk about stop and frisk, because it's a very polarizing tool that we have seen when it's specifically targeting black men and women and other people of color. And that is, I'm ultra sensitive to it because I'm the mother of a son who's 11 years old and wears natural hair. So I know what that profiling is like. But with Terry stops, we're talking about a crime being committed, has been, will be, or is being committed, and they have to have just cause and reasonable suspicion in order to use that tool. But I am not interested in any way, shape, or form, not trying to address public safety from a holistic perspective.
Councilman O, can we get to under 200 murders in your tenure, and how fast?
Well, I think we can try, and I believe that at least over 4 years we can get down to a lower number of murders. And we have done it before. We go through cycles in this city of violence, a reduction of violence, and then an increase of violence and a reduction of violence. We basically have a cycle in this city of heavy-handed law enforcement. Then we move to more intelligent, focused deterrence, something like that. And we go to a very lenient area where we increase crime, and the reaction is we go to heavy-handed law enforcement. I think it is important that we don't do either of the two extremes, that we really deal with intelligent, purposeful law enforcement. The primary thing is that people have to self-regulate themselves, because it is not the severity of the punishment, but the certainty of the punishment when it comes to dealing with people who do not want to comply. People who want to comply, or people who are easily brought into compliance, they're not the problem. The problem is the very few number of people that are responsible for most of the crimes in different categories in this city. And using technology such as drones and high-definition cameras, but having a presence and ensuring people that they are safe and the laws will be enforced is important to bringing down that number.
So the word on the street is you can help yourself to anything under at $4.99 or below. Is the DA the problem, and does that policy need to change?
I don't think that finger pointing in this instance is helpful. The mayor is responsible for appointing a police commissioner that will enforce the laws that we have here in the city on the books. What I intend to do as mayor of this city, if the people decide that's where I should be, is to make sure we empower the tool of transparency.
Councilman O, is the DA the problem, and does that policy on the retail thefts need to change?
Yeah, well, the DA is one of the problems. So the DA has done some very important things, and he has done some very controversial things that have encouraged crime and lawlessness in this city. Primarily, as an elected official, it is not his job to decide which laws to enforce and not. He has a certain amount of leeway in that, but no elected official, mayor, district attorney, is there to ignore certain laws and to apply laws to whom they want to under certain conditions. They are elected to enforce the laws that the legislature, the Congress, and others have passed. The mayor is the other problem, because he's instructing the police not to enforce the laws, such as retail theft, such as drug dealing, such as drug purchases. That is the mayor's instruction, including how he deals with ATVs, illegal dirt bikes, looting, and other things. That is the mayor.